And this was something that I hadn't planned to do, but something in my body told me that I ought to do this. So we're going to be playing a little bit game today called Inscryption. Inscryption is a game that was released back in 2021, and it is, on the face of it, a roguelike deck builder game that was released. It was a game that attracted a lot of attention at the time. Received a variety of nominations as well for awards across a variety of different spheres of, gaming, prestige, and all that sort of malarkey. And it's currently on sale. It's on sale over on Steam for about like a $5. Hello. And I went to get hold of it. I enjoy roguelike games. I've been partial to play a deck builder or two. This game seems really high up, sort of seemed down my alley. And I got it yesterday, and I was just going to go ahead and play this game. But there was something in me that told me not to. I've been doing this for about 13 years, this whole recording video games business, and there was just something in my bones, and I couldn't put my finger on what, that said that, you know what, you need to broadcast and record this. I don't know why, but I just felt like it was the right thing to do. And so I'm here this evening, ready to play this game for the first time. I have never played this, and I don't really know anything about it, except that I know that there is a lot going on. So we're going to get this booted up. By the way, this, you're wondering, this is just the Inscryption.com main page. The reason I'm showing this is because I wanted to show the boot up of the game, basically. So if you will oblige me here, I'm just going to go ahead and close this down. And I'm going to go ahead and boot up the actual game. And hopefully, technology is going to work. Maybe. If it doesn't, shit. I think it's working. I think it's working.
Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
It's not a good sign. So this is Inscryption. What could possibly go wrong? He said, chuckling nervously to himself. There's a few options here, menu-wise. However, when I did boot this just to do a bit of tech testing, I noted that I can't actually choose main game. It won't let me do it. But it does say that I can continue a game. Hello? Maybe? So, as I mentioned, this game is primarily a roguelike deck builder. Primarily. There are a few things I'm aware of this game. You do have a deck of cards that you have given to you. There's also a variety of cards that have here I understand the general basics of what's going on, but I'll go for it anyway. So we have a variety of cards here. We're going to go ahead and play the squirrel card. We have 4 places to place our cards. Our opponent has 4 places to place his. So I'm going to place our squirrel here. Isn't he delightful? Now, we have to go ahead and play our stoat card, which is this one. Now, the stoat here has this little blood symbol on it. A lot of cards in this game require sacrifices. Makes sense, right? And then we can play the stoat wherever we fancy. Let's put him over here. Makes sense, right? Now, wolves here require 2 sacrifices, but we don't have 2 sacrifices. So, we now have to end our turn and commence combat. Stoat is unopposed. There's no one opposed opposite. So, this is its damage meter. It does 1 point of damage. Like so. That worries me. So we do a point of damage. And here is the scales of justice. You win if it's upside all the way down to that end. You lose otherwise. Ah, so he plays a coyote. Stoat stands in the way. 2 damage, but we had a bit of health on the stoat, so it survives. Okay. Makes sense. May draw from your deck, or may draw a squirrel. Yeah, so you have your actual deck, which is here, but you also have a supply of cards that are guaranteed squirrels. We're gonna take a squirrel card. So what we're going to do here is we are going to play the squirrel card here. And then we are going to play a wolf, which is a pretty meaty card. It needs 2 sacrifices, so we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to get rid of this one. Okay. Please sacrifice will not removed from your deck. Okay. Its suffering was real. Excuse me? Okay. Sure. Right. Let's just play the wolf and kill this damn coyote. I think that seems a good idea. Get out of here. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Random card for your deck, or the certainty of a squirrel. You know what? Let's take our random card, shall we? What we got? The River Snapper. I can't play anything here, then. They both need 2 sacrifices, and I don't have 2 sacrifices. That's not good. And we can't then pick that up. Yeah, alright. So we just have to skip our turn. Okay. Makes sense. And he's just going to very kindly pass. Well, isn't that nice of him? So, in theory, if we wanted to, I guess we could just change this out, right? This counts as a 1? It does count as 1. Okay. Get him, River Snapper. Yeah. Beautiful. Woohoo! Easy game. Buddy, this sound you're making when you're speaking is a little bit unsettling, and I don't appreciate that. What do you mean, story? Roguelike, huh? I see. Yes, we move on. 2 denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. This is a curious plot. The caustic adder. Damage its poison bite is always lethal. Okay. The undying cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Doesn't do any damage. But infinite sacrifices sounds pretty strong, actually. I'm only allowed to choose one, huh? So this is where we need to bear in mind what our deck is. So we've got, what, these 2 wolves, and there's the turtle. A lot of our deck needs a lot of sacrifices right now. I think like this would be a more... Yeah, this would be a more logical pick, right? I'm gonna have to get used to these symbols a bit. Let's pick the cat. Alright. Some of the creatures of the forest seem willing to follow you. Well, that's nice. Abandoned sack. A squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. Okay, so I guess we can just get that into our hand as we need it. Alright then. 2. Nice. Just gonna move myself down a little bit here. I wasn't entirely sure where to put myself for this, A pair of pliers, huh? Ah, sorry, I'm just... Right, I'm allowed to carry 3 items. Okay. Well, we're moseying along this little journey here. Okay. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain, huh? Stumps and boulders. Let's see. So these are like obstacles? How are you talking to me? What is going on here? Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I assume, yeah, I can. Okay. So we can now see what he's about to do. Yeah, there's... The wolf cub. 1 health, 1 damage. I don't know what that means. Right, so it's going to come down this pathway. Our boulder is in the way, so I can't actually attack the cub, but it also can't hit me for a while. This has got a little bit of help. Alright, let's go start playing some cards, shall we? We got these stumps in the way as well. We should probably start trying to deal with these. So let's put a squirrel down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cat down in place of the squirrel. Let's put it down, like, over here. And now we can use that as a guaranteed 1 sacrifice. We can actually get the stoat in as well. Let's go ahead and do that. So this should stay, right? It does, it survives. Let's get you over here. We'll do some damage. Damage there, good. Got a bat, huh? The ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly, huh? Okay. So we know these are wolves, right? I can't really do a lot of them. Let's take a squirrel card. That seems like an idea. Alright. So we got what we get here. We got a bat. Which it's kind of hard. Not got much health, though. Okay, we should be able to do that. Let's get the squirrel down, and then we'll use both of these to get the snapper down. That seems a good play. Yeah, I don't know why the card is talking. You'll also notice it's animated. It's a little unsettling. We also have no hand currently. That is potentially a problem. Okay, so the stoat only attacks in front. IOC, so the wolf, the cub turns into an actual wolf. Okay, makes sense. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. Ah. Damn. Well, that's the problem. Right. Let's just take a wolf for now, and we'll kind of see what we want to do. I'm kind of inclined to hold on to it. Our stoat will kill the bat. But the wolf is about to get through the boulder, and that is a problem. But we can't play anything. Let's just move on. But I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, this is like the active battle spot. Right, so we'll put the squirrel down here, and then what we'll do is we can use the wolf with both of these. Keeps our snapper active as well. This is a good card. I like this. That kills the wolf. Stump's gone. Stoat is now free as well. Okay. You didn't play anything. I guess we're still in tutorial land, right? Nice. Alright. We win. Woohoo. You trekked onwards past the now bloody terrain. You still got items too. That's good. Alright. This game is a weird combination of, like, it feels kind of humble and settling, but there is obviously weird shit going on here. Let's just go through for now. Ah, we have a wolf cub. Grows into a wolf after a single turn. That's not bad. Or the sparrow. Inexpensive, if feeble flying creature, but it does allow me the ability to actually attack directly and ignore things in front of me. That seems like that's probably going to be pretty useful. I think we should probably take that. Let's go grab it. So we're moving down the path. I see. Okay, it makes sense. The hell is this? You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice. One that will be lost forever. Ah, man. Man, our cat's really good, though. I don't want to get rid of that. Sorry, Sparrow. Now, click this. You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy host. Okay. I mean, if you say so. Are we about to, like, infuse these cards together or something? Oh! So we give its ability to... Okay. I get it now. So our Stoat now actually does flying damage. Interesting. It doesn't track directly. It's probably not bad, because if it doesn't hit very hard, it can just kind of, like, whittle away at our opponents. Okay, that makes sense. I get it, okay. Okay, we're learning, What the hell? Inscribes my canine cards with the airborne... Ah, shit. So it does. So it does. Oh, you can actually right-click on the symbols and see what it does. Okay, that's cool. Right. Okay, so that's a problem. What do I got here? Right, this is not good. Yeah, no. I was thinking of pulling one of these out. Right, I think I know. Let's pull one of these squirrel cards out. Right. Let's get our cat down. Let's get it out of the way. Put it over there. And then we can get a wolf in. We can use a squirrel here. Do you notice how the cards are, like, shaking? There's a lot going on. Anyways, let's go ahead and... Let's put the wolf down here. And I guess we'll just play. So we do get to hit first attack as well. That's pretty impressive. So the coyote can fly now. So they just hit me directly and do a ton of damage. Let's give me another squirrel. So, okay. So thing to note here. So it's not about doing enough, like a certain amount of damage to your opponent. It's, you've got to do like +5 or whatever. You've got to do just an amount more. So it can go very back and forth. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Right. Squirrel. And a wolf. I'll put a wolf down. Get these guys killed. There's a wolf cub up there. What is going on here? Alright, let's just play him here. That's the one. So he's flying now. So he actually will just hit directly as well. We're gonna do a lot of damage here. We might just win straight. Alright. We win. Okay. It's making sense. It's making sense, okay. Yeah, the fact that you only draw one card, like, being able to just pull the extra card, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Alright, what do we got? Choice of 3 cards, I guess that's it. Let's say what we got. We got another, I may have misclicked. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. I meant to right-click to look at its ability, and I left-clicked and took the card. I didn't know it actually let me take the card without looking at the rest. That is good knowledge. Okay. Okay. Let's see what this is. Came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Warm one of your creatures by the fire. Warm it by the fire that will enhance its power. This is some very strange storytelling. Right, so we got 2 cats now, which is not part of the plan. So we can give one of them, I guess, a power boost. Is there an argument to actually give ourselves a cat that actually does damage? The fact we've got 2 of these now is a bit awkward. I feel like we need to have cards that hit. So let's go ahead and actually get this buffed up, I guess. I assume this is what it's going to do, right? Yeah. Alright, so the cat now does some damage. That's useful. Well, word, you pulled the cat away from the fire and left. Yeah, that seems a good idea. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay. Okay, what have we got here? We got Grand Furs. 3 health. Mighty Leap. Card bearing the sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. Ah, so airborne enemies have to hit the furs. Okay. There's a sparrow and a grizzly. 4 damage, 6 health. That's a serious enemy. Okay, that's trouble. That's trouble. Okay. Let's see what we got here. The Snapper's got 6 health. That would be a good shout. We need to get him down, I think, to take some hits for us here. Give ourselves some time. Okay. Let's put that down. Let's put the cat down here. I think we get the squirrel in as well. We need to act quickly here. So I guess we can play as many cards as we want in a round, as long as we've got cards to run with. Okay. So get the snapper here. The snapper is defensive, clearly, just to take a lot of damage. Yeah, just a little worrying. Alright, let's just play this. Yeah, having the cat that attacks, that's kind of nice. So the sparrow won't be able to hit me directly because the furs are in the way. Alright. Couple of damage dealt. That's another grizzly. That's another grizzly. That's bad. Okay, we have problems. And I'm about to lose my cat as well. And I can't deploy properly either. What do we take? I can take a squirrel. What the hell am I going to do about this dude? I need to use a wolf on him. But I think I need the snapper to take another hit. Let's just take another card from our deck and see what we pull. Oh, the stone. Okay, I guess we just pass. Another sparrow. Okay, that's not a worry. My dudes are all dead. Right. I can't put the wolf down now. I'm about to get absolutely beaten the shit out of here. Yeah, sorry, believer. I hadn't planned this. I got this game yesterday, and I was gonna just play it myself yesterday, but then I was like, something in my bones told me I need to broadcast this game, and so we're here. I trust you've heard of the Inscryption. Right, what the hell do I do here? The Stoke can hit directly, because we've added that ability onto the card, right? Never heard of it. Oh, this is a game that came out back in 2021. It is a roguelike deck builder. A deck builder with cards that talk to me. And a dude that I can't really see. There are things happening. So you do a point of damage, but then I'm fucked, right? And I can't use the wolf. Yeah, I can't sacrifice this. The hell does this do? Oh! Oh! Oh, I see. That's what that does. That's grim. Well, I guess we're here. Excuse me? Wow. I might suggest that we're fucked. That did not feel particularly fair. I'm not going to lie. What the fuck, game? Anyways. Use this as a learning opportunity, so maybe the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Wait, what? Where the fuck? I'm in a cabin? What the fuck is going on here? This is not what I was expecting. It's like figurines. There's a door that definitely doesn't open. There's the candlestick. Let's go and put it down, I guess. I see. I see. Oh, so I can look at my deck. Okay, that's cool. So you have 2 lives. You get 1 freebie. Don't fuck it up again. Okay. We're gonna get a pick of cards, and then we could do some more items. So let's go and do that, shall we? Let's press the right buttons this time. So we've got another cat. What else we got here? The flighty elk. It moves after attacking. A lot of health. Okay. The porcupine. Shark quills await those who dare attack it. Right, so it does a damage back when it takes a hit. Okay. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed. So it actually moves about the battlefield, huh? Okay. I think we've got enough 2-costers. I think I'm just going to take the 1-coster porcupine and we'll call it a day. What is this? A boulder. Just to straight block the opponent. Okay. Harris says, if you do this, you may cut up one of my cards with these. That seems strong. Or the pliers. The pain is temporary, huh? I feel like this is a strong item. I'm going to take those. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air if only for a turn. Okay. So they have give something airborne for 1 turn. Okay. I'm gonna take a boulder card. I think cards to draw in your hand are strong. I guess we'll take this. 3 items. That's what we're allowed to carry. Okay. The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. The Prospector. The mule's key. Okay. So I guess this is a boss fight. Alright then. What we got then? We got a pack mule who's gonna move. Ton of health doesn't do damage, and we got a coyote. Okay. This is the first thing we need to deal with then for sure. We got a boulder blocking us over there. That's a bit awkward. Alright. How much health you got? 2 health. Alright. Get a squirrel down. And I'm actually gonna get a porcupine down here. And I'm gonna get it here so we can do some damage back to the coyote. Alright. I guess I end my turn. Yeah, so it dies, but we kill that at the same time. Okay, so the pack mule has moved in the way as it's designed to do, in the way of the coyote. It looks like it's on top of something, though. Okay, let me just get more squirrel cards, I guess, for now. Right. I think we want to get our stoat into action, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get him over here, I guess. Alright. Move on. Need to find one of my cats, though. That's for sure. So we do a damage. Nothing happens. The pack mule moves. Okay, let's see if we can find a cat. We do find a cat. Oh, right. But I'd have to give up the stoat. I don't have a way of putting it down. I can't sacrifice the boulder, so... I think we just have to pass. Take 2 damage back, okay. The pack mule's just moving out the way for now. Which health has this got? 1 health, okay. Scroll down. We got our attacking cat. We can get it down on this. That'll take it out. Okay. Okay, the mule's moving back now. Okay, so I guess it has to just keep moving across. Okay, fine. I think we can get the wolf active here, can't we? Yeah, so let's put the squirrel down. And we can use this and this to get him down and start doing damage. That sounds good, okay. But our stoat's just doing little bits of damage here and there. The mole? What the hell is that? Okay, there's our snapper. Still got my items as well. But I think we're okay here. Right, he has 2 lives. Makes sense. Oh! Oh! My fucking cards! Oh, shit. That's bad. Okay. Okay, there's our other cat here. Right, we have to pass. We can't take any moves here. Bastard! You just fucking killed my behind a row! My stoat! This is trouble. This is trouble. I need time to recover here. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, a card bearing this sigil will move to it. I see, so it's like a blocker. Okay. Right. Let's use this boulder. I think we need to just buy us some time here. You get over there. You get in the way. Oh, I've blocked myself, though. Now I can't put this all down and get the snapper going. I've made a mistake here. Shit. I can get the cat down, but then it just dies. I have misplayed. I think I'm just going to have to take a hit here. How do I get out of this situation? I have to kill this. Alright. Just don't play anything for now. Nothing's gonna hit me, it's okay. There's an adder. Right, this is trouble. That's our wolf. Right, so the adder, when the card bearing this sigil damages another creature, it dies immediately. But I don't have a way of doing damage right now. That's the problem. I've kind of got myself stuck a bit here. I can't put any of these down because I'm just blocked off here. Alright, let's just skip. That's what I can do. Right, that's gone. I've got a space now. At least I'm getting squirrel cards. Right. Squirrel. Squirrel. Oh, shit. Yeah, that moves the blood. Oh, fuck. Of course it does. Right, okay. I need to kill this thing. Alright, let's get the wolf in. This adder's going to do some damage, but it is what it is. This is really awkward. I didn't want to use the actual thing either. Because it would have just, like, used the cat. Because it's just been sacrificed. This is awkward. Okay, let's just pass. I don't think there's anything we can do here. Okay, we got the mutant. Oh, it gives me cards. Ah. Makes sense. Pack meal, right. Overkill damage. Excess damage is not wasted. Ah. That's good to know. So he killed the cub immediately. Sweet. Okay, we're back in the game here then. What have I got here? I got a skunk. That'll make the opponent lose power. Bullfrogs at that mighty leap thing. Okay, and I got a load of squirrels. Okay, we're back in the game then. Okay, let's get this bullfrog in play, I think. Okay. Our wolf's gonna do some good damage as well. There we go. Alright, I think we might have this scumbag dealt with here. I think he's out of cards. No, I think the Viper does 1 damage if it hits, like, one of these, but if it hits a creature, it dies immediately. Oh, if it does no damage whatsoever. That's a good question. That's a very good question. I don't have the answer for that. Alright, beat it. Eat it, Prospector. Nice. That's worrying. Ah, so we get our candle back. Okay, makes sense. All right then. You're the first in the world to overcome a boss. Well, good on us. As a reward, you will grind opportunity to select a rare card. Yeah, I suspect you've probably got more of a basis on this than I do. So we get a choice of rare cards. Let's see what we've got here. We have the Gek. The uninspiring Gek. 1 damage, 1 health. I don't know what that's doing in here. Doesn't look that impressive. Child 13. It does not die when sacrificed. But do you have the heart to try? And a strange larva who can turn into something. Okay. I guess logically we take the larva, right? Sure. The sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. The rank smell of rotten mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or sliver. The wetlands. Okay. I feel like I'm learning. I feel like I'm learning with this hodgepodge deck here, but hey. So we get our life back. We still keep the feather fan as well, so that's good. Alright then. Let's see how we go. Choice of cards, what do we got? The mantis. Its prying claws strike both to the left and the right. Okay. Interesting. We have our own choice of an adder. And a river snapper. Near impenetrable defense. Okay. I feel like the ability to strike to the side sounds strong. So effectively it's 2 damage just in 2 places. Protect the mantis. Okay, we got a choice of a variety of things. I could grab items, I could sacrifice, or I could improve a card. Having these 2 cats is a bit awkward. I think we get rid of one and we give like its ability to something else. I think that sounds good. Let's do that. So yeah, we'll sacrifice the weak cat. And we'll give that to... probably the snapper would make sense. It's hard to get down, but at least it's giving some stuff back, right? I don't know how good an idea this is, but we're going to do it. I don't know what happens when you run out of cards, by the way. I don't know if you get to redraw. I'm uncertain. Okay, what do we got then? We got the bullfrog. Okay. So in theory, I want to get the mantis here, right, to attack that. I guess. Alright, let's go do that then. Oh no, hold on. Let's get the cat down first. Let's get out of the way. And we'll put a mantis down here. Yeah, that's really useful, that. I think that sounds good. Alright, let's see what happens. So it does do 2 hits. Okay, that's good to know. Oh shit, we got adders coming. They're about to wipe the floor of my deck. That's bad. That's bad. These dudes are about to get killed. Well, shit. Alright. Give me that. Here's what it is. I guess put him here just so he's hitting clean. That seems a good idea. Let's do that. Yeah, alright. Beat him before the adders get there. Nice. You dealt more damage than you needed to win. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each extra damage dealt. Right, that's this bowl. Yeah, so you don't have to kill the cards, you just gotta do the straight damage. Okay, I'm learning. Right, so that's choose a card and then fireplace. I don't really want that. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Okay. Choose not a specific beast, but decide the cost. Okay, right. So So a 1, a 2, or a 3 cost card. Okay. And we just get a random card based on the cost. Okay, that makes sense. We don't have any free costers. What have we got? I'm interested. The Moose Buck. The creature of the wilds, make way for it, huh? 7 health. That's a good card. Okay, that's a good card. We want to try and get that played. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed on the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction, so it can move and push dudes with it. Interesting. Oh, didn't mean to press that, sorry. Okay, okay. We're learning. I don't want to sacrifice. I think we just grab some items. Squirrels, if we're going to have high sacrifice cards, I'm going to need cards to use. So give me a squirrel. I guess give me another squirrel. We'll need that in a pinch, probably. Okay, what we got here? We got bees! They're flying, okay. Let's get the cat down. Get him over here. Okay. It's making more sense as we go. Bullfrog down there. Okay. There's our mantis. So mantises you would in theory want to get in the center of the field so that they hit both sides. Here it's going to hit this and then there's nothing there. Okay. Let's go ahead and do just that then. Get the mantis down. We'll hold fire for a moment. Yeah, you want to make sure you get both those attacks off. Of course, we've lost our cat now, though. That's a problem. Oh, mantis coming in now. Okay, so we're starting to deal with a lot of dudes here. I'm going to need a squirrel card, I think. Right, we need to get this river snapper going. Let's get him over here. We can use that for sacrifices. Do I sacrifice the mantis to put down the wolf? I don't think I do. I think we hold fire for now. Maybe I should have done. Maybe I should have done. We got a beehive. I see. Alright. We need to get this wolf down. So we can sack that. I need to kill the mantis, really, right? I don't know what's the more important thing to get rid of. This is just going to harass. Let's go to the mantis. Okay, there's a lot of cards coming my way now. This is getting a little ugly. Okay, the stoat we can just get straight in. It's airborne, which is notable. But airborne's going to be blocked because of the bullfrog. But I guess we can just use him to kill the bees, right? I guess that's reasonable. What do you mean? Okay, Okay, so we get the bee for attacking that. Oh, the bullfrog only blocks it if it's going against it. It doesn't block the row. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get it now. Right. Give me another one of these cards. This is our porcupine. That would be useful against the frog, actually, here. Let's go ahead and get this down. Okay. So there's just a lot of dudes coming here. We got a worker ant. Okay, that beehive is dead. Plenty of damage dealt. Unfortunately, our wolf is dead. Worker ant's got a strength of 1. For reasons I'm not entirely sure why it's highlighted. There's our lava. I can't really play it right now. Let's just get the bee down. Okay, that'll have to do. I think we might win this here. There's a lot of damage being accrued, though. That's 4 damage. There's the wolf. Alright. Get rid of the porcupine. Let's kill this damn man. Alright, that's a victory. Nice. Alright. Okay, we're kind of getting our way through this. It's a bit humbungled, but... And I don't know what the hell's going on with the rest of this room, but let's just keep going for now and see how far we can get here. Choice of cards. What we got? Got a grizzly bear. 4 damage is insane, right? That is insane. But 3 sacrifices is a lot. Especially we've already got one that is free. Got our own beehive, which will give us a bee when it's attached. So it's kind of a blocker card. And a river snapper. Let's get the beehive. Something that gives us cards is just going to be good in a game like this. We've already got... Sorry. We've already got items, haven't we? We do. So there's no point getting more. Let's, I guess, just go this way. Ah. Enhance its health. +2 health. Okay. Well, as I said nothing at all, but could not stop licking their lips. Not interested. We could give a ton of health to the beehive and it just acts as just a get in the way of shit card. Let's do it. I think there's some logic to this. More hits it takes, more bees it gives us, right? As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from their pocket, you withdrew. That seems wise. Okay. Low stoat. So we've got a fur. There's a stump in the way. Kingfishers, huh? So these are airborne and waterborne. A card bearing the sigil submerged itself during the opponent's turn. While submerged, opposing creatures attack its owner directly. So I can't actually hit the kingfishers. They hide. Okay. That's interesting. Alright. This seems a good place to get the mantis. Look to put him there. Let's go ahead and do that. We got the stumper's protection. He can hit kind of like here and here. That seems wise. Yeah, so they're like basically don't exist. Interesting. So how do I damage them then? I guess that'd be stuff like the porcupine, like doing the return damage, stuff like that. There's our beehive. I can't sacrifice this. I'm gonna need it. All right, squirrel. I need to do some work for me here. All right, let's get you there. Give me some bees. There's no point in it here because it's gonna be airborne. It will hit me directly. This will take the hits of the coyote for now. Or whatever's going to come along. I have misplayed. Of course, the Mantis was going to kill it. Ah, shit. I have made horrible mistakes. I guess I just sacrificed the beehive then. Because it's not going to be hit by the sparrow. Alright. Oh, I'd have to kill both. And you're airborne. That's dead now. We're in trouble here. We're in some trouble here. I think I just have to take a hit here. Yeah. Just gotta wait a turn. We're gonna take a lot of damage though. Ugh. Man, these fuckers hiding. That's really pesky. Because I don't have a way of dealing with them properly. Get you down. Maybe I should have put the snapper down, actually. That might have been better. Is what it is. Okay, there's damage back. Good. Hanging in there. So now all of its cards I can't hit anymore. Can Airborne block off Airborne? I don't think so. I think we had that in the other one and that didn't work. So I don't think it does. There's our porcupine, right? That's how we're gonna get these freaking waterborne dudes killed. I guess I just hold on for a turn though. Hey, that's a win. Alright, nice. We're kind of stumbling our way through. We're getting there. Okay. I fear this might be that trapper we were hearing about. You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares. I get a rabbit pelt free of charge. I see. So I have 4 of these. So I can get a rabbit pelt, but I can't get a wolf pelt and certainly can't get a golden pelt. Alright. I guess we'll take the 2 rabbit pelts. I don't really know what these do. Alright. Sure, we'll just take them. The man assured you the value of his pelts. Yeah, I'm not so sure what we're doing with them, but we have them. He mentioned that the trader further down the path would... I see. So we're intentionally making our deck worse with the promise of value later on in the run. So now we have a deck that's full of all sorts of things, but if we can get these pelts to later on, we can get stuff for them. We have to live, though. We're taking items. A black goat. It bleeding yields free blood. Yeah, I'll take that. And give me a squirrel. Alright. Okay. Excuse me? My boss battles are a high-stake test, so I lose the life of me. I have to do it flawlessly? You bastard! With one flame, you will either overcome them or die. He'll let me keep the smoke. foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. The angler. Okay. I guess it's basically a free squirrel. That's nice. Right, there's more of this waterborne shit, isn't there? Alright. I think we should get this lava in play early. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get this lava... I don't know where to put it. Like here, I guess? I don't know what it's gonna do. I guess we'll just hold for now. That's now a pupa. But he's done something to my card, and that is awfully worrying. Okay. I'm gonna need some assistance here. Right. Squirrel. I don't know what he's gonna do is the problem. Alright. Let's put the black goat down. So he'll always go and select what I'm about to put down. I feel like he's about to kill it's the problem. Alright. So this is worth 3 blood. Okay. There's 3 damage. The might of the moose cannot be hot. Okay, so that pushes them all out the way. Okay, good. Oh, he seemed to lose his hook there, didn't he? Actually moved it out of the way. The what? The Mothman. 7 damage. It flies. Holy shit. That's a wild card. Okay. Alright. Beehive. Right. Smoke. Let's put this down. That's a lot of damage. Alright. So he loses a life. Uh-oh. That looks bad. He looks very upset right now. I can't put this. I'm out of space. Fuck it. Squirrel, you're gonna have to take a hit for me, buddy. That Mothman's awesome. But unfortunately, I think we're fucked. Ow, my face. Oh, this is the other side of the... Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. memento. My very own death card, huh? Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Choose a card to draw the cost from. I think I see where this is going. In theory, we want the cheapest cost, right? Yeah. This time, all we use is power and health for numbers. I guess we'll take the wolf then. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. Bifurcated strike. That's a tough word. Say that 10 times really fast. Okay, so that becomes its symbol. Okay, it makes sense. Oh. A camera? You do not need to smile. So that's how a run of this game works, I suppose. Okay. Makes sense. Bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. Ah, instead of blood. Okay. You gain a bone whenever one of your creatures perishes for any reason. So there's a rattler here, for example. Okay, so for example, say squirrel, and I stack that off for the stoat, I get a bone token. Okay. The death of your creature, you gain a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent or the battle ends. Right, so if I took this and then sacked both of these off. Sorry, Stowe. So that gives me 2 more bones. I see. Okay, this is making sense. And then the opossum I can just play straight away because I've got the bone tokens. Okay, that's interesting. And then the rattler kills the opossum and gives me another bone. Right. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, I could use that, please. Okay. It's beside the safe, huh? I see. So, there's a lot going on here. I don't know where we are or why we're here, but okay. Interesting. Alright, let's look around, I guess, a bit. We got a chance to look around before we start playing. I think we should do so. So we've got... There's like a cabinet here. We got like something in a cage. Ah. We got like teeth. I wonder if those could be used in the run. Got a globe. It's doing stuff. Okay. We got ourselves, so we got a box. It needs a key. I can't open it. We got a squirrel holding a knife and something going on here. Is this like a... I never did like the whole escape room stuff, but I'm getting kind of elements of it. So this is the room that we got chucked into, is here. So we got a safe. There's something hitting it. The figurine is there, but I want to keep looking around. We got a picture of this. Whatever the hell this is. A squirrel as an elk fawn. Okay. What else have we got around here? We got a clock. Which I can move. And the safe we can move as well, can't we? But we don't know what the combo is. Right, okay. What else we got here? We got like a staff. There's a hammer. Here's our rule book. You don't mind for a second, do you? What the hell? The stink bug. It's another card that talks to us. I see. And we have a key, which I can take. Okay. Well, I can guess where the key probably goes. And I doubt it's that. What the fuck is this? Oh, 5. Is this a representation of, like, the game board? So that moves. I see. We need to do 5 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes sense. Alright. We got ourselves a skink card. Thanks. Alright, so we got like puzzles within puzzles here. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so what we got here then? So this is another one. We got to do 5 damage. I see, and what you meant to do is slide these up and around to get 5 damage, but these are like little mini cards. So like this is the airborne sigil. So this would normally do 2 damage, but it's blocked. So I don't actually do anything here. But if I was to move this all down, then I would do 1 damage, right? No, I wouldn't do 1 damage because this is in the way. But if I did this, I do 1 damage because there's nothing there. Okay, this makes sense. This is a curious puzzle, isn't it? This is curious. I like it. So here I can't move anything. This is blocked. And obviously that wouldn't help, so... That's basically nothing I can do here, right? Yeah, it doesn't really matter where I put that, I guess. This is 3 damage. Except it's not counting as a hit for some reason. Okay. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do 5 damage. That seems to be what's going on here. What's going on here, then? So that's 2 damage. Apparently that was the solution. I don't know why, but I'll take it. Work an ant and the... I assume the ant queen? Formidable creatures, those ants. Well, add them to the deck and make them available for future challenges. Alright, nice. So this is a way of, like, doing little puzzles to build your deck up. Okay. We have more puzzles. What do we got here, then? The hell does this symbol mean? It's in the book, right? I can look at that. There's lots of different, like, things as well, right? There's a lot of symbols. When a card bearing this sigil is played, an ant is created in your hand. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. There's a lot of fucking abilities. Holy shit. Let's see if I can find that other thing. Items. Jeez. So many. Trifigurated, frozen, trinket bearers, traps, Omni Strike. Jeez. There's a lot of wild stuff. Variable stats. Ants. The value represented in this sigil will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their side of the table. I see, like a collective. So they're like snowball. They're like snowball. Okay. Right. So then logically what we want to do is get as many ants as possible on our side of the board, right? Like this. That's 4. That's not enough. That's less. Okay, we're doing less damage there. Now I'm not doing any damage whatsoever, for reasons I'm not... I feel like the puzzles make kind of sense, but not as much sense as I would like. That's 3. That's 3 as well. That's 4. That's 3. Well, oh right, 3 ants and the +2. Okay, makes sense now. A caged wolf. What we got here? So this is porcupine stuff. Here's these mantis abilities where they're hitting on either sides. Okay. That's 2 damage. Okay. I think I want to move this. I can't move it, I see. That's stationary. One, 2, 5. No. I'm still trying to determine exactly how these puzzles work. That's 3. I feel like they make sense. I mean, brute forcing is definitely something you could consider doing. Apparently that was the solution. Okay. A wood carving, but without meeting her, it's meaningless. That's nice. Is that a rat? Okay. Well, we solved the puzzles, so I guess that's good. We got some cards for our deck, so that's nice. Alright. Okay. I still don't know where the fuck we are, but we're here. Alright, let's go get that figurine. Okay. So we've got that. That's all well and... We can put it down there. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this game. Okay. So we've got a clock, but we'd have to work out what the solution to that is. Alright, let's just put the figurine down. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. Let us continue. Alright. Let's... I'm in this weird spot. I feel like I'm understanding what's going on so far, but I feel like there's a lot happening that it's like I just gotta work out as I rock and roll here. 3-digit byte locks. I mean, it's 1,000 combinations, so good luck with that. All right, let's pick some cards. What do we got? The Coyote. 4 bones is the cost. Okay. The Rattler, which is a 6-coster. And the Cockroach, which is a 4-coster. The Unkillable Cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. Ah. Oh, really? That's... yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't have to brute force a bike lock, but I did have to once brute force open my own suitcase. One of the ones I used to travel when I go to the States. I hadn't used it for about a year, and I was getting ready to go, and I didn't remember the old combination, so I had to brute force my way through about 300 combinations before I finally worked out what it was. It was highly unfortunate. Do I know what the combination is now? A cockroach that comes back in my hand sounds really strong. Let's go get that. You're free to get up again to keep the blood flowing. Okay, so we are actually allowed, if we want to. We stand up whenever it's unrolled. I see. Keep your hands off my possessions. Okay, so we are actually allowed to stand up and move around if we want to. That's nice, I guess. Alright. Let's grab some items. Bone tokens for a rainy night. +4 bones. That seems good. Let's go grab that, I think. The Hoggy Bank. Let's get the fan. Utility's good. Okay. There's a lot to be said here. There's a lot to be said here. Okay, we got some sparrows coming. Right, squirrel. Stoat. Let's get you down here. So I get a bone for the sacrifice as well. Okay, that's interesting to note. And the stink bud we can't play yet because we need another bone. We got the caged wolf too, but I can't use it right now. I mean, that Final Fantasy deck might have done once or twice. So the third's going to block the sparrow for a little bit. I guess I just draw. The squirrel's not doing anything for me right now. I pull a wolf. Okay. Let's move on. Let's go Taking a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. I need a 1-cost card. Ant Queen is not what I was looking for. So its damage is dependent on the amount of ants that we have on our side of the table. But we get an ant created when we play the queen. Okay. Okay, so he's dead. So I don't get bones for killing them, but I do get a bone for even, like, the fur being destroyed gives me a bone. Okay. Interesting. You concede? What? You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. An olive branch? Sure, we'll take it. I don't know what that olive branch does, but we'll take it. Interesting. So that's our deck, huh? It's a lot of cards, honestly. It's a lot of cards. Alright, what do we got? The Raven Egg. A nascent raven is no less conniving in its incubation. Okay. Moose Buck, we've seen. Well. Well. I guess we'll take that card. I don't need items, so I guess we're going down this route. A lot of fireplaces, but okay. All night the campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. +2 health for something. Stoke doesn't want it, apparently. Okay, so we got some choices here as to what we could improve. The bullfrog could be basically used in quite a... We don't have our... whatchamacallit? The turtle. We don't have that, so we could do like a very defensive thing. Could definitely give it to the to this. This also weakens opponents, so this should be kind of like a blocker defensive maneuver. I like the sound of that. Go and get it improved. Nice. Buying a few of the survivors drooling, you made your hasty retreat with your stink bug. Alright. We are forced down this path, however. Right. Airborne wolves. Okay. And of course, they start coming immediately. Son of a bitch. Alright, skink, bullfrog. What does this do? When a tail bearing this sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place, and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. Basically, yeah, they for this battle, the canines are airborne. That's a thing they now do. Alright. Porcupine. Maybe I shouldn't have put that there. That might have been... Nah, it was fine. Okay. Squirrel. Squirrel. Sacrifice you for the bullfrog. So the bullfrog can be used just to block the airborne ones at least. So that's also good. And now we can play the opossums. We have 2 bones. Let's do that. Shouldn't have put him there though. That was a mistake. So they're dead. But now our opossum's about to be killed. Let's just take this squirrel and pass. And queen. Sure. I'll spawn in. And you can kill the porcupine. So it only does 1 damage at the moment, but it has 3 health. But that gives me a worker ant, which I can now summon. So we can use that in place of the bullfrog. And now, yay! See, they both get improved strength. Okay, so it's kind of like, yeah, like tribalism sort of thing. That makes sense. Well, King does take a bit of damage, but it's okay. That is unsettling. But we are about to do a ton of damage to this dude, so that's good. Oh, yeah. Give me them. Beautiful. Alright. Let's keep going. I would be interested in sacrifices, because, again, our deck is... It's pretty big. But I don't know if I get to reshuffle our cards or not. I have no idea. There's a black goat. We can actually get... The Turkey Vulture. A Tyrant of the Skies. 8 bones to play. But 3 damage, 3 health, and airborne's not bad. The Warren. It spawns a rabbit when it is played. Which is 0 power and 1 health. But it would let me sacrifice more stuff, I guess. I feel like the black goat's probably more useful. Grab that. Alright. For that matter, have I got anything that's a free coster at the moment? I do not. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it. Well, we're here now. So, +2 health. I guess I just buff the Ant Queen up. That seems wise. It's a weird old tabletop game, this, isn't it? Okay. So we've got our own card. There's a wolf cub. There's a stump in the way of that. Does she have a lot of health is the problem. Alright, skink. And then put you there. I want to see how this ability works. Ah, it does. Interesting. Yeah, so it gets a one-time, so it moves to the side, and it puts the tail in the way. And that can actually be sacrificed as well. That's interesting, but the skink only gets to do it once. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. There's our Ant Queen, but I can't use it. I mean, I guess I could sack off both of these and spawn it, but I've also got my own card here, which is actually very powerful aggressively. Let's go ahead and put it down. Yeah, there's a lot of power there if I can get some open seats on it. Okay. There's a sacrifice area which I'm interested in, so let's go and make our way down here. Okay. 1 blood, 3 blood, or an amount of bones. I'm interested in a 3 blood. We got the goat. Grizzly bear, alright. Okay. So, we sort of sacrifice something for its ability. I think it's going to be the bullfrog. Like, the aerial defense is more important than any part of it, really. I could make a card come back to me if it dies, but I'd actually rather keep the cockroach. Aerial defense. What would be good for you? Probably some with a lot of health. Could give it to the grizzly. The grizzly's like kind of like, we need to end the game. I could give it to the caged wolf. The caged wolf is like basically a put it down boulder card, I guess. Force stuff to attack it. I actually think that makes sense. Then it's forced to take damage, and then like it would just block up an area for a bit. Right. Okay. So we get the smoke as we take on the prospector here. Cards. Ah, so the smoke actually gives us bones. When a card bearing this sigil dies, you get 4 bones instead of 1. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's how that works. Okay, we got the ant and the queen, so we want to get these down very quickly. I've got bones, remember? The bank. So I've got stuff I can use. Alright, let's start getting stuff down then. There's a boulder in the way. Oh yeah, got to bear in mind, of course, I lose all my cards once I kill his first life. So I've got to be careful about this. I could do a lot of damage, but then I'm just going to lose them. There's that pack mule. Lot of bones. Let's get the queen down here. And then give me the... put the possum there. That's fine. Hold for now. Shit! My adder! No! My ant queen! You bastard! I'm gonna lose my queen. I don't know if I can do anything to stop that. Shit. Do I just sack off the possum here and just hit as hard as humanly possible? I guess so. Yeah, they all do 3 damage now. That's significant. And we just hit him. Just hit it hard. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, so Queen dies because of the poison. Well, at least the Pat Mule's going to die as well. So there is that. Alright. What we got? Cockroach. I can actually play the cockroach. But in theory, if I'm about to do 2 damage... then the round's about to end, and he's going to kill my cards anyway. So I think we actually don't play the cockroach here. Let's hold on to the card. We get all this bonus stuff as well. There's a lot of interesting stuff we just picked up. So he loses a life. I do get the bones back, though, from killing those. Okay. The adder still hits me, which is annoying. But he loses his turn. His turn was, like, hitting us. Okay. So we got the raven egg. Actual raven. I've got an alpha. What does that do? Creatures adjacent to a card bearing this sigil gain power. Ah, that's pretty sweet. Alright. Give me this for now. I have to kill this adder. Should put the cockroach down. I've got bones to spare. It's okay. I'm just at the whole fire for now. So the bloodhound we know is going to move into anything I put down in front, but it's already there anyway, so that's fine. Grizzly bear, nice. Just need somebody to use that. Okay. I don't think so. There's no actual pack. It's creatures adjacent to the card. These aren't creatures. These are things. So I can't imagine that this would count. It's got to have an attack value. This is a different symbol. I feel like I could have played this a bit better, honestly. I feel like I could have played this a lot better. I have made a bit of a mess of this. I mean, I get the cockroach back, right? So it's not that big a deal. Yeah. Right, of course. And when I put stuff down, it moves to it. But I can put down the cockroach again and manipulate that. That looks pretty good. Okay, that saves the raven for the time being. Nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, so the adder's there, but the adder's not a big deal. The adder can't really do a whole lot. It's the poison's only creatures. It can't get through the gold very fast here. So I think we're actually in not bad shape. Let's go ahead and put the cockroach back down, which I can do. I've got the bones. Just hold fire for now. Raven's just kind of wilting away. Oh! Oh, apparently that does kill the gold nugget immediately. I did not expect to see that. Here's the stink beetle. In the flash. Are these previous contestants? But I don't have enough bones now, so... let me test, I guess. Fair. Well, there you go. That is not what I expected to see. Not at all. But there you go. It actually hits for damage. That's amazing. Didn't expect that at all. That really surprises me. Alright. Prospects are defeated. Alright, red card. Let's see what we got in here. So we got the lava, which after a couple of turns turns into that Mothman dude. Our own pack rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack. When a card bearing this sigil is played, you'll receive a random item as long as your pack is not full. Okay, that's nice. And we've got our Gek. I don't really know why the Gek is here at the moment. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alright. I'd take the pack rat. Items are good. I haven't used any of these items so far, but we'll be sure to. The harrowing encounter with the prospector, you gathered yourself and continued onwards. So we're back at the wetlands. I think that's a straight trasher card. I think. I'm not sure. Should probably go see what that does. Continue to learn this game. River Snapper. Got a Mantis. The River Otter. Hey! So we can actually submerge our own cards now. I am interested in that. Thank you. Let's go see what this does. You came across some familiar stones, but there was something different. You intuited that the fate of the creature selected for this would not be pleasant. don't think they want any part of this. I think this is legitimately just scrap a card. Let's get rid of the opossum, I guess. The Bone Lord was pleased by your sacrifice. What the hell is that? Ah, you start each battle with a bone. I see. So it's not completely wasted. Yeah, I think that's that. Yeah, it's one of the ones that there's no cost for it. My boon of the Bone Lord. You will start each battle with one extra bone. Okay. So depending on what you sacrifice will depend on what you're going to get as a reward on the side. That makes sense. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. Let's keep going. Yeah, so she's straight there. That's nice. Okay, we pulled our own card. Kingfishers and a beehive. Okay. So these kingfishers, we can't really hit them properly. I haven't really worked out a way of really dealing with that situation. Black goat's ready for later. We have our own card. Wait, wouldn't this just... Wow. I guess that works. Cool. We don't need to do 5 points of damage. It just does 6 damage. That's just a win. Nice. Adder, an otter, or a snapper. I do like the idea of having really defensive cards. Let's take the snapper. Okay, so we've got a sacrifice area here. So we give up something, and its ability that it has. Probably actually is going to be the otter. We can make another card submersible. I think actually the otter would make the stat would actually make sense here. River Snapper, I want to be taking hits. But you've got a lot of health. Maybe it makes sense to actually give it to the wolf. So it hits hard, but just like hides. Actually seems to make more logical sense. Right, so we've got ourselves a battle. This might not be pretty. Alright, so there's our bone. Right, so everything's gonna shift here. Bullfrog looking suitably menacing. Alright, we've got our caged wolf. There's not a whole lot I can do with this. It's a bit awkward. Alright. Sack it for the go, and I guess we'll just put the caged wolf down for now. Sure. Block that up. Alright. Yeah, so that's moved across. Okay. That's actually blocked the adder, though, interestingly. Though there are actually 2 adders, so that's not so good. So maybe I actually don't want to put anything here. I want to put it there, so it takes a hit, comes here, and then I kill it. But I can't really do anything right now. We don't have anything going on, so... I guess we just pass for now and take some damage. Oh! Oh, it moved to the... I did not expect that. Workaround. Okay. That'll do for now. I am in a spot of bother here. So the wolf gets killed immediately, but it does turn into... I thought it might do that. It does turn into a wolf. Nice. Very cool. What do we draw for here? Stink beetle. Or stink bug. Okay. Yeah, this seems good. So that'll weaken this. It's going to kill anyways. But the thing is, the rattler will come down and it'll weaken it. I think that's important here. Wolf's going to do a lot of damage. The ant's going to kill the adder. So this is better, I guess. Workaround's dead. Stink bug at least is alive. I need stout. There's a third talking card somewhere around here. Interesting, okay. Ah, this rattler's gonna beat the piss out of me. Can I survive a hit from it? Just about. Is what it is. No, I can't, because now the adder's hitting me too. Shit. So we lose a life. Yeah, that was a mistake. So we skip it in the end. We lose the life, we at least get to pass by. Okay. Good to know. Here's the trapper. So we do have a lot of these. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 16 teeth. So we'll definitely take a golden pelt. And we'll take a wolf pelt. And we'll leave that as that. I don't want to make my deck any worse. Alright. Okay, we've got fire, we've got items we've still got, and we've got a sacrifice. I think we just keep sacrificing. This deck's really big. I guess the skin goes. Stout giving that the tail ability might actually be pretty useful. Let's do that. Alright. So we can't afford another mistake. If we do, we're in trouble. I need more bone cards, really, but just haven't found any. Kingfishers and a bat. Okay, that kingfisher's going to be blocked off for a little bit. Okay, squirrel. Work around there. Take out the bat. Alright. There's these flyers coming. There's some good draws, there's some really bad draws. That was a bad draw. I gotta give myself a moment here. This is bad. This is very bad. Alright. I gotta get the wolf on here. There's no point putting the pelt down. It's like, it's not blocking anything. This is trouble. Freaking, what the hell? Shit. I'm losing this fight. I'm losing this fight. I need help. Fuck me. Can I actually sacrifice these out of curiosity? I cannot sacrifice blood from pelts. Wow. This seems bad. Bollocks. Yeah. It's the downside of having a larger deck. You don't know what you're going to draw. Okay. Well, we learned a lot in that run. Great. Huh? Ah! Fuck you! Well, can't say I didn't try. Shit. Alright, fine. Take a 0 cost. Power and its health. Didn't even get to use the pack rat. Sad. And the sigil. Make it waterborne. Merry Christmas.